Hi guys, welcome back to the Physics Central. Alright, today we are going to address the issue of an undefined array key and then undefined variable when using checkbox. Alright, so before anything else, please click the subscribe button right here. Alright, and hit the notification bell to get updated whenever we post new videos like this. So let's go ahead and try to understand where is the problem coming from. I have here my page or my document which is loaded. Alright, so let's just disable the JavaScript because this results NA, and then the dates are generated using a dynamic system called the JavaScript. So I'm gonna disable that. It's just a one line of code underneath, and yeah, I'll just remove the link so that the JavaScript won't work. Alright, so you can see that it's a long code, and actually the JavaScript is being controlled by this tag. So if I remove that, JavaScript won't be activated, and we will see another a different form, but that's also the document, but it is just presented differently. And this one or these things here, dates and days, will be blank. Alright, and then so as with this, it will be displayed. Alright, so there you go. So it is displayed. So what I am driving at is that this is a form, right? So it's an input tag. It's an input. It's a checkbox that lets you set something. All right. So, but when we submit this, we want a certain variable like one or a certain word to be passed onto a variable, and then later on we will be able to get it through PHP and save it to the database. What happens is whatever we do, it's not saving any it's not saving any value. So it goes to show that you will get an error which is called undefined array key or undefined variable. So why is that happening? So let's try if that error will appear if I click on submit. Alright, so let me click submit. There we go, and then we're going to load the PHP because this is the PHP. And then I'm gonna type 127.0.0.1 slash, yeah, and then we will be able to access the PHP. Alright, and then you'll see there is, yeah, it made me cry for 2 days because I do not know what to do. Yeah, really. So if you are having the same kind of problem, this is the solution. Okay, so warning, undefined variable, blah blah. Yeah, this one is a different type of error because yeah, so this one is generated because I was not able to define the proper name of the database. Alright, so let me just check that. So here in DB name, and it was trying to connect, so and then that error will be fixed, but that's not the main point. The main point is we were not able to get any variable. Alright, these codes are all correct. I made sure of that because I am using that in a different setup. Alright, so where is it? So here, so the DB name, the variable is DSB, so I'm gonna remove S and then save it, and then we hit refresh. Alright, so the error was gone, but it leaves an error still, undefined variable, blah blah and blah blah, and then all of this on the checkbox are not defined. So I made sure that it will pass something if it's not set, the else condition. else that variable must be equal to 0. It should work that I'd be seeing zeros, but it's not defined even if uh, I use this, so something must be wrong. And then I search and search and search for the following reason, and then I try to understand why is it why the error keeps on being displayed. All right, so let's go back to the uh, main document and try to understand it. So it's right here, and you will see that it's on a table, right? So I ask myself if I will be able to put the form inside the table. That's the first question. All right. So then I search Stack Overflow, and then because that's a question and answer portion thing, if that kind of problem exists. All right. So I I tried to verify if I can mix table and form. All right. And then I found out that it's been here. So the problem has been here for ages. All right. Even though we have HTML5, we're not able to solve that. All right. So that's what I discovered. Yeah, as you can see, I'm reading a particular question wherein this particular person asked it 10 years ago, 10 years and 3 months to be exact. All right. And he's trying to include a form inside an HTML table. All right. And then when he tries to inspect the form using his development tools, he sees that the form elements are closed immediately after opening. All right. So meaning to say, you cannot submit it because the form does not contain anything. Right. So the answer, so I'm not the one who answered it. I just searched for the particular reason. So 3 answers are available. It says that the form is not allowed to be a child element of a table. So it's not possible to put a form inside the table. So meaning to say, that's the first thing that made this particular arrangement not possible. And so all we have to do is to remove all of these checkboxes from the table and put it inside a div box instead. Alright, so that's the first thing that you should do. The second thing is, alright, the second thing, which is minor issue, is that a checkbox is does not work right away with the post method, because unlike the post method, you post it, you type it, so that the data is being posted, and in the checkbox you set it, right? So I mean to say, if you do not set it, an error will occur. All right, so that's the difference. So but the main issue is we cannot use a form inside a table. All right, so there must be a different arrangement for this. So I tried to make another HTML, right? So meaning to say, this will not be the display of our scheduling something, because it's not possible to put it inside the checkbox. It's not possible to be inside, or the form of the checkbox or the input will not be able to, you will not be able to put it inside the table. So we do not have any option but to change it, right? So we change it. And here is the code, right? So I put it right here, my new PHP. All right, so the arrangement is simple. All right, so I still include the days and the date, all right, because that's not a part of the form. So mean to say, it can be included, right? Because I do not, the form is not inside those tables, so it will work. That's it. So yeah, I created a div box. Alright, and first I created this one, the body and the form, then yeah, the class, and then so I put it inside a div box instead of a table. That's it. And then it looks like this. Alright, so there we go. And then let's see if we will disable the JavaScript again, because I cannot click on the NA because that's the checkbox is not displayed as I ordered the JavaScript to do so. Alright, so I'm gonna disable the JavaScript, and then this displays will change. Alright, so let me just do that. Okay. So this is such a long code. Alright. So there we go. We were able to disable the JavaScript. So in here, so we just remove that. Alright, so you can also do this, but this is not yet connected to the PHP, so I just use this document. So but basically they're just the same. So so you write the PHP code here. So if the submit button is clicked, which is this one, right? So that code is represented by this actually. So if this is clicked, right? So we'll document, or the PHP will try to determine if the user tries to click on this, okay, and it will yield a certain value. All right. So my argument is, if the submit button is clicked or is set, okay, it will check if the first checkbox is checked. So if it is checked, it will assign the value to this variable value. All right. And then if it's not checked, all right, so you do not click on that, it will automatically assign 0 on that in this variable. Now, if say for example it has assigned either 1 or 0, and we want the browser to tell that, hey, your value is saved, this is your value. All right, so we wanted to click on the checkbox first, and then click submit, and then try to identify if the code have worked. All right, so let's do that. So here's the checkbox. I'm gonna check that, and then hit on submit. All right, so there you go. There is a 1. Okay, so if you do not check on this and rather check on something else, all right, so it will yield nothing or 0. Yeah, there you go. It yields 0. Like hitting 0 again will give you 0. Alright, so in that way, whether you click it or not, you're gonna know something. Alright, so say for example you have clicked on 7 to 8 a.m. and have not clicked anything else, that will be scheduled. Alright, so I think the scheduling thing ends here, because once it is possible, it is easier to put it inside the database, and I can also retrieve it whenever I want it. So I hope you guys were able to learn something from this tutorial about form handling, and I hope to see your comments down below if you have some solutions, alright, about my problem. So, and let's see if I can do that in my channel, and then share the solutions that you used and I use, so that we were able to teach programmers and help them in building their codes. Alright guys, so bye bye. Yan, so see you next time.